All right, it's gonna be a quick live stream. I just want to say something that I noticed, and I just want to address. I've addressed it many a time, but I just want to address this shit again because it's really kind of annoying. Well, it's not annoying, but it's just something that I noticed, and like it's just like the whole thing of people not wanting to actually grow and evolve. Everybody just wants to be fucking entertained because I dropped a Qigong video a few days ago, and that video is like one of my lowest viewed videos out of all my other videos. And I don't care about the views and shit. It's just what I'm talking about. Like if I'm talking about something dumb or retarded, even when it comes to these stupid ass these faggot CIA people, like that's fucking retarded. Who gives a shit with? I just talk about that shit because it's just funny. It's not like it fucking needs to be heard because a lot of you niggas like your situation is fucked up mainly because of your decision. So every time when I talk about something like fucking just bullshit, motherfuckers want to sit there and entertain it and laugh. And then it's funny because you even have trolls and dumbass ignorant fucks that would be like, oh, why are you so negative? Why are you so negative? But then they won't go on the positive videos and talk about something positive. So these are people who they're pieces of shit. These are people who are negative as well because negative and positive, it's all it can look both ways. And a lot of people they'll sit there and be like, oh, this person's negative. This person's negative. Then why the fuck are you watching it, bitch? Why don't you watch something positive and get your life better? Because you can't do that because you're not a positive person and you don't have it in you to get yourself better. So that's literally what the fuck it is. Most people on this platform are just pieces of shit and demons, and they ain't shit. They're never gonna get better. And then they'll complain why they're not getting better. Like the last live stream, Jay Vaz, he asked me like he asked me a question or about people and shit or fuck, I forgot what question he asked me, but anyways, he asked me that question and I'm like, people like to be comfortable. Like everyone knows what they need to do. It's not rocket science. The reason nobody's doing what they got to do is because they can't do it because it's too hard. It's like you have like level 3 on a video game and it's extremely hard. So you're stuck on it. And then some days you want to play the game, but you don't play it, or you play multiplayer or some shit. You're not playing the thing because it's too hard. That's how people subconsciously and consciously see what they have to do in life. Or they'll rationalize why they don't have to do it. Like you have people say, oh, we don't need to eat healthy. It's equilibrium. We can do whatever, equilibrium. And don't get me wrong, I get it, equilibrium, but at the end of the day, you may need to eat healthy. Somebody else may not need to eat healthy, but yet again, they may not need to eat healthy, but they need to be more about their money. You may not need to be about your money because all you got to do is take care of your body and everything, and then you get. So everybody's different. Stop comparing yourself. But when you hear people talk like that, they're just saying that just so they can rationalize why they're a lazy piece of shit and don't want to do anything. Like this is why I say, like it's all the mentality. Like I was gonna bring an example, but I forgot the example. It was a good example, like how people they whatever. I don't want to lose my train of thought, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like motherfucker, just take this shit as a game. So anytime I make one of those videos when I'm just going crazy and just yelling, if you got anything negative to say about that video and like, oh, you need to be on the information and the knowledge and shit, then fuck you. Are you even applying the information and knowledge? Because when I come up here on some dumb, ignorant shit, then people want to sit there and fucking entertain. And I'm not tripping. Like, if you guys who watch my videos and you laugh at it, I'm not tripping about that. These are for the people who have something negative to say about the negative videos I put. But then when a positive video comes, they don't even apply that information. Like, if you're somebody who says, oh, I cuss too much, I speak too much, I do this, but then you fuck with my channel, but you don't even apply the yoga, the fasting, the qigong, nigga, fuck you. Get the fuck off my channel. What the fuck are you here for? You're no different than these faggot, these motherfuckers at the church. They're just a bunch of smiles and kikiing and a bunch of nothing for no reason, a waste of fucking time. So get off my page if you're that type of person, because I'm not trying to, like, this shit's ridiculous. A lot of people's their priorities are all fucked up. A lot of your niggas' minds are all fucked up. You'll sit there and be like, oh, like for example, I'm not gonna drop no personal business, but I'll see people in life and they may say, "Oh, I'm woke, I'm spiritual, I'm this, I'm that," but then they're more to hell than I'll say to somebody some people that I know they're not spiritual per se, but they have esoteric wisdom. Like you'll see some sheeps or some people that are so-called spiritual and deep. They be thinking too much and they be fucking up their own opportunities and be fucking up the energy because they thinking too much. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. This is a problem. This is an issue. This is a problem. Whereas you see somebody who's not spiritual, who don't watch too much YouTube and shit, they have more esoteric wisdom. So let's just say somebody comes and does something to them. The person who thinks they're spiritual, they'd be like, oh, I got attacked as a demon. It's a devil. They're trying to get me. Whereas the other person, they didn't watch too much of that bullshit. They got more esoteric wisdom. So they're able to rationalize, oh, whatever shit happens. And then they can move on. So at the end of the day, you may say, oh, I know more. I'm more aware. But at the end of the day, the truth is you're miserable and you're thinking about that event all day. The other person moved the fuck on. So they're able to complete what they have to do and be in a more prosperous position in their life without having all this thinking processes like you do. So this is why you got to look at like this. This is most of the spiritual community. This is why you see most of the spiritual bitches out here. They don't got no fucking man because they thought themselves so fucking deep where they don't even have a man. Like a lot of these spiritual bitches been doing spirituality since 2016 and they be talking to their audience. Oh, I'm about to get a man. I manifest a man, and they don't got no fucking man. But then when you ask them, why don't they got a man? Because I've asked them, they're like, because they ain't no good man. All these men ain't shit. These men ain't shit. So that means there has to be a good man out there because you're able to at least compare what not a good man is and what a good man is, and whatever a good man is in your mind, that man is out there. So why haven't you got that? Is because those type of good men that those type of females would get with, they don't want them. You see the conundrum and like the contradiction and the weird shit in the universe. Like the females who got all these standards. Oh, I want a good man. I want this. And then they may have their shit together in terms of physically. But a female having her shit together physically, 9 out of 10 times means she doesn't have it together mentally because females are different. So she'll go and sleep with another fucking or be with another fucking man or whatever. I forgot what I was going on. I be going on too much, man. I guys got too much information. I be going, but you guys get what I'm saying. A lot of these bitches, they ain't shit. A lot of these bitches, they ain't shit. And that's the reason why they ain't shit. So, damn, I lost my train of thought. My bad, guys. But you guys get what I'm saying. Like, this is why I don't really fuck with the spiritual community like that, to be honest. Because ain't nobody really on the shit, really. And I'm not sitting there saying, like, I don't care if you guys think I'm on the shit or not. I don't give a fuck what you motherfuckers think about me. Because like I said, I've been through too much in my motherfucking life. I've overcame so much. I already know. I don't got to explain shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. You look at me however the fuck you want to look at me. At the end of the day, I'm dropping knowledge and utilize that knowledge and utilize that information. That's what you niggas got to realize. Yeah, next time I go on live, I'm gonna get my other phone and I'm gonna set my Wi-Fi up. So if I forget my point, I could just rewind it and then be able to get my point. I don't know why the fuck I didn't do that. If I was a stupid, one-dimensional, retarded, dumbass, monotone nigger, then I'll be able to fucking one-shot it and not have to do it because I only got a bunch of one-dimensional shit on my mind, so it's easy to regurgitate that damn shit. And even then, them stupid ass niggas gotta fucking read from a damn teleprompter. It's like, how the fuck you read? You're reading from a teleprompter. You're that fucking retarded. You can't memorize that before you get online to fucking read that shit. Or your brain's that fucking slow. You can't. It's one thing if it's some spiritual deep shit, but like I said, guys, like I did that qigong video and that shit got low views. So I'm still gonna be doing my qigong shit. But a lot of people they're not trying to get better in life. Nobody's trying to get better. Everyone's just trying to use a fucking excuse, and nobody's trying to get better in life. That's one thing I've realized. People just want to hear something that sounds good, and then they want to go back to their regular life and do the same shit, expecting a different result, hoping that something happens where they'll get out of that situation. But the thing is with that, even if something were to happen, you're subconsciously stuck in your bullshit. So even if $1 million were to come, it's gonna play out where that $1 million or whatever the fuck you think is gonna work to get you out of that situation is not gonna work. All the way down to like all of a sudden you get what you think you wanted and you just don't have a desire for it no more. Like you're like, oh, I want to do this, I want to have this, and you literally get it. And then you can't enjoy it because you just don't like it no more. The same way you don't like the shit you don't like now. Like it can get to that point, bitch, if you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like you're not gonna be able to even enjoy shit. Like all that shit, like even to be able to enjoy life, that's a gift. That's probably more valuable than money because you can have money and then not have the mechanism within your spirituality and your mind and whatever you want to call it. You can have that broken or switched off where you can't even enjoy the money you have. Like, because that's what I'm saying. It's nothing to do with any of this shit. Like there was a time in my life, like, because I'm speaking because I speak from experience. There was a time where I didn't even enjoy shit. Like I remember, like no matter what I did, everything just felt numb. And then I was on fucking antipsychotics and shit. This was years ago. Everything just felt numb. But then as I started doing the work healing, I noticed things were more fun. Like I could just sit in a park all day. Or I could just sit in a park and just look at the fucking trees and then have joy, or it's fun, or just do little mundane things. Like this little hand warmer thing, like able to look, this is a hand warmer. This is a something that can heat your hand. Like people just look at it like, oh, it's just a thing. Who cares? Like that's because you like niggas haven't really, you don't have no appreciation or no energy to really have value for shit. So you're like fucking just stuck on being miserable and not content. And then you may say, oh, that person's lame. They're just going on a hike at the beach or at the fucking park, or they're hiking, or they just like to camp out or like to do this. Or like, you'll say things are lame. Oh, look at that monk. He's able to stay in a building for 7 days. That sucks. Like, no, for you to even be able to do that or even want to do that, it takes some type of like mental awareness and abilities and shit. But you're thinking that you have it better, but yet you're not even happy. Most people are just miserable in their own fucking life. They ain't shit. And then they have to chase these pleasures and shit that don't even really make them happy. It's like a fleeting thing. Like you just getting paid just to get your money, save up money to go for the weekends, and then spend that bullshit just to make some more money, and then be depressed on Monday, then wait another 2 weeks or another week and a half to get paid again. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not. That's not a life to live. You're just chasing happiness, and even when you get it, you're not even really fucking happy. It doesn't even feel like yeah. But it is what it is, guys. I'm just seeing. I see what I see on here, and I'm not gonna get too. I'm not upset or nothing. I just want to just call it out. Let you niggas know. Like it seems like motherfuckers don't actually want the real knowledge and information to get them out of the situation. Because like, at the end of the day, most people aren't gonna get out of their situation. And I'm not. I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like that, but you have to do something to get out of your situation. You can't just think it's just going to get better and you not doing anything. Because right now you have to not be doing nothing, because back in 2016, 2017, niggas still weren't doing nothing, but niggas had the illusion that they were doing something. This is why everybody was into crystals, and don't get me wrong, crystals and candles, that stuff works, but people was into them for the wrong thing. So they were just into it thinking that I don't have to do nothing physical, I can just light crystals and shit. And then nowadays, niggas don't even do that nowadays, because people realize that you have to get up off your ass to actually do something. So now the spirituality now is more different. Like this is why most spirituality is more just watching aliens and conspiracy shit and what the fuck Trump did, and then they try to correlate that with spirituality and being woke, which is like, no, that's just a new era of CNN. Nobody watches CNN and all that dumb shit now. Even the dumbest retarded bot, they will at least watch certain things about like these fake ass narratives and shit. Like they'll watch Hillary Clinton's emails or some shit. It's still their mainstream shit, but it's still kind of conspiracy. So like the whole spirituality now, it's more like it's more damaged in a way. It's different. It's not the same as it was. And one of the main reasons for that is not because people aren't spiritual per se, but a lot of people, I want to say everyone, because there's some people who actually did what they had to do. But like I said before, there's individuals who thought lighting crystals and um doing these little fucking rituals, which all niggas did was just get candles and incense and just they just lit a ritual thing, and then they didn't do nothing but just live their life, and they thought that was gonna work. So after like many years, all the way up to 2024, probably 2021, people did it and they still see their life was horrible and shit. And plus we had the pandemic, which took a lot of people's confidence. At least took my confidence away from other people, because I've seen a lot of dumb people after 2020 who believed in shit that they shouldn't have believed in. All that factored in is what made spirituality not really what it is, because in the beginning it was different compared to it is now. And the main thing you can say differently, yeah, we've been through shit, but the main thing is everybody was doing something they thought was going to take them. Everybody was doing something that they thought was a shortcut, but realized they had to do the physical work. Then when they realized that, they just said, you know what, fuck it. I had to do the physical cool work before and I didn't want to do it. Why should I do it now? I thought crystals and candles and praying to a shun was going to help me. That's not helping me. So let me just subconsciously lay back on my spirituality. Now we have the spiritual community right now today. Ain't nobody really doing shit, but just watching. This is why they're able to make Donald Trump a spiritual topic. Like there's, you know how many people I've seen, they say Donald Trump is a fucking like messiah and they're trying to kill him and take him out, and like just dumbass shit. Like it's ridiculous. Like I've never heard something so fucking stupid. So they're able to do this now, and then people believe in this crap, and it's a fucking mess. And then you got fucking idiots that have the audacity to come on my page and be like, I seen a video and you did this and you nigga, shit the fuck out of here. First of all, like my page isn't that type of page, nigga. Like no one gives a shit about what the fuck you see on the video. If people gave it like that's why I kind of think like I don't think he's been watching. He couldn't be watching my videos that long, because if he knew the shit I said in my videos, the type of like audience I have, I don't think they would have even said something stupid. Like, because the only reason you would say that is because you care what my audience thinks about. So all the people who don't fuck with you, because I have a small audience and most of them fuck with. So anybody who's a troll, that's you. That's the troll, the team. So like the fact that you will even say something like, "Oh, look what Chauncey one did on his video," that means you think my audience gives a fuck about you. Like, first of all, I'm being shadow banned for me even getting an audience. So the small audience I have, they fuck with me, and the ones who don't, that's you. That's the team, the agent. So the fuck, who are you trying to say? Like there's somebody watching my page. Oh, he did that. I'm like, bitch, you know how the fuck I talk on here? You know how much information I give? People don't give a fuck about that dumbass, stupid shit. And it's not like I stole from a grandmother. Like, it'd be one thing if a motherfucker's like, oh, the video showed you stealing from a grandmother or an old lady. And even then, who gives a shit? But let's just say that's even worse. Like, bitch, you talking about a fucking corporation, a store. Like, no one gives a shit. At least lie and say I stole from a grandmother. Then people might have some type of sentiment. But, oh, he stole this from a store. Bitch, who gives a fuck? You dumbass, get the fuck off my page. Like with this shit. Weird ass nigga. And I think it's the same motherfucker that was here months ago, because he has the same, like, because I think the fat agent's been watching my shit for a long time. I just got hip to it last November, but I think they were watching it before, because I seen that bitch ass nigga's energy earlier. But yeah, I'm through with this shit though. Like, well, I'm not through with giving the information, knowledge, or nothing. Like, that's not what it is. Because at the end of the day, I was never fucking monetized, and I still kept doing it. So like, I'm already in a position mentally to keep going, even if I don't have no money coming from it. It's not like these other whack ass niggas, these lame ass niggas out here. I'm demonetized. I'm not making videos no more. Like, obviously, because the only people I see that talk like that are people who are never making no videos to begin with. People making dumbass, trash ass, lame ass, useless videos like travel vlogs and gaming, or people who have spirituality content that wasn't spirituality content, aka retarded ass content. So they were just trying to fake it. Those are the only people who will get turned off from monetization. Like, I'm not making videos because I'm not monetized. That's because you ain't got no fucking information, because you're a dumbass. You're a fucking regurgitating tape recording piece of shit. Obviously, you don't want to keep going because no loss has got to be had, because no loss. Get the fuck on. But anybody dropping real information that I seen on this platform, I noticed these individuals, they will keep going even if they get demonetized. So it tells me anybody who goes off, because the only reason you should really go off if you're being demonetized is if you're talking about something meaningless and pointless. Like, you're talking about fucking makeup, travel vlogging, gaming, collectibles, just stupid shit. Like, they demonetize you, fucking leave. No one gives a shit. There's a million people that can talk about it that aren't demonetized, that it's the same shit. It's not spirituality where each content creator has its own way of talking about it, so you can't lose out. All the niggas that are so-called spiritual who left, you didn't lose out because they weren't spiritual. They were like, AKA these fake ass channels, these fake ass AI channels, where they get the real people who won't leave from being demonetized, steal their information, and then make their own channel. And once they get demonetized, take all the information, which who gives a shit? The person who has the intellectual property to that, they're most likely online. So just go to the horse's mouth. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I see it. Everything else is fuck that shit. Fuck you. Because like, I don't know, man. I just like after the last 2 months, I probably said last 2 months, 3 months, probably 2.5 months. I just have not been feeling social media at all. And then people talk about, oh, you can make money on social media. You can make money. And like, shut the fuck up, bitch. You can make money in real life. The fuck? That's another program. Oh, with social media, you can make money. And I'm not just saying this just so I can be different and speak. look at the evidence in real life. Everybody's talking about you can make money online, but why is there more people making money in real life than online? And I'm not saying you can't make money online, but I'm telling you there's a procedure on how to make money online, just like how to make money being a lawyer, a doctor, a drug dealer, anything. You have to go through the procedure, and anytime you're making money, it's a hard working process. You got to sacrifice something, unless you're doing some type of crime or you're just getting it. Somebody's giving you a freebie or a gift, because that's how they create the money system. Any way to make money, that's controlled, unless it's some type of illegal, illicit activity. And even then, on that level, they can control that. That's why they have mafia and shit. But if you really think about it, there ain't really no way. Anytime you're attracting money, it's all about attracting attention. So it's all esoteric energy. This is why when you go into the stock market, drop shipping, sales, commission, all these fucking things, they all have one commonality. You got to attract attention. If you don't attract no attention, you're not going to get out there and say, "Oh, you want to make $10,000 a month? We'll give you a website. We'll give you this. We'll give you all the tools." You get all the tools, the website. They set everything up, but you can't make no money. Why can't you make money? Because you can't attract no attention. So it has nothing to fucking do with that. You can make money offline. You can make money online. Don't get because, and the reason I say this because so many, you don't understand how many people I hear in public. You could be an influencer. New way to make money online. All this other shit. Like there was never you couldn't make money online before. Like there's always been stock markets and shit. Bitcoin trading is just like stock trading. Same shit. You always could have made money online. So that's just another program they have people in. And I'm not saying go out and quit, because like that's another thing. I'm not going to tell you guys to go and quit your 9 to 5. I'm not going to tell you guys to do that. I'm not going to tell you guys that it's good to work. But some of you guys, it behooves you to save up money and then invest it in something else. But don't even think about like, well, I'm going to save up money and invest. Invest in what? What the fuck are you investing in? Why are you investing in? Are you investing because somebody told you and that's what you think you're supposed to do? So it can be, or you're doing it because you actually have a reason. Because the people that you see who invest and make money, they actually are living, let's just say, a mission. I don't like to use that word mission. I'm not using it, but let's just say they're living a mission. That's not spiritual mission, but let's just say it's a mission. And they're on a mission, and therefore on that mission, there's a certain goal, there's a certain reason, there's certain experiences they had, and they're living a certain timeline and a certain formulaic life pattern. And when they're living that, money comes from them doing certain things related to that formulaic pattern. So that's how you got to look at it. So when you see somebody doing trading and all this and they're successful and shit, it's not because they know how to trade. It's because there's something in their life that they're doing that you didn't do. Maybe they need to give up cigarettes or some shit and they gave it up and you didn't give up fucking doing something else. So therefore they did that and then they were able to do other things and then it manifested into that. It has nothing to do with that. And you don't need to be on the internet to do that. You can be in real life. It doesn't matter anywhere. When you have your mind closed, then that's where it fucks up. I seen this news article of this fat ass, stupid, spit ass nigga. I'm not racist enough, but the reason I call him this is because he's a stupid ass for actually turning it in. He found $100,000 in cash next to an ATM, and he turned it in. And guess what they fucking did? They gave him $500. The police department gave him $500, and they said when he should apply to the police department or some dumbass shit. Like what the fuck? And then he's all like looking like an idiot. Oh, I'm glad I did it. Like, shut your stupid ass up. You ain't gonna be glad. Well, you better have a hustle or something, because if your ass is broke in the next 5 years, you're gonna be regretting you did that shit. But like I said, situations like that, not have to be the same exact situation you find money at ATM, but open up your whole mind to any way. Anything can happen, not just money, but with anything, healing, health, money, or abundance, or getting what you need in life, spirituality, wisdom, knowledge. That can happen any way, any shape or form. But you have to actually be doing it. So just do what you got to do and just be in the moment doing what you got to do, and everything will come to what you get. It will come to you. But do not worry about like how you're gonna do this, how you do, or I gotta go online. Like don't listen to these motherfuckers on YouTube like that. Like don't get me. I'm not saying don't listen to people, but take what they say with a grain of salt. Don't think that what another individual has to say is 100% what is. And it's that way or the highway. That's not what it is. You got to understand. And always look at reality. Always look at reality. Reality is probably one of the number one basis of evidence. Regardless of what you see on the internet, look at reality. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you may see things on the internet that reflect certain things in reality. That doesn't mean it's true. At the end of the day, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Does that mean a broken clock is right? No, it's just right 2 times a day. So same thing with it. Like always be on the lookout. And when you see these programs on the internet, especially when they want you, when you see a video with a lot of views, always be wary about what that video is. Because in 2024, when you see a video with like over 100,000 views, that's the narrative they want to push. No video in 2000, unless it's a fake view video, and even if it is, they're gonna take your channel down. No video is getting 100,000 views without it being some type of message or something that's gonna program someone. I would say at least 99% of the time. And the only reason I say 99% because maybe there's some way people can get through the cracks, which I'm sure there is, but I just don't take anything. I don't even like to watch videos with that much views unless I really, really like use my discretion. I'm like, okay, let me just check this out. And even then, I don't even watch this shit. I just fast forward it. That's what I do. Even when I watch like the last movie I watched, I fast forward. I just fast forward to the action scene. I just cut to the chase. Give me the shit, and then that's it. So I just fast forward that shit. I see what the fuck they talking about. If it's good, okay. None of it's good because there ain't nobody telling you nothing you don't need to. You really don't even know. Like there's nothing I get on the internet now that I need to know. I'm not saying this stuff. I do know everything, but I'm not saying there's things that people say that they don't have knowledge and wisdom. But it's like it's either I already knew it or I didn't need to know it. It'd be some deep info, but I didn't need to know it. It just sounds cool, and yeah, you can probably use it to help your life. But yet, like there's some content creators out here, they be dropping jewels and gems, and I'm like, at this point, these niggas be dropping so many gems. They got videos for years that go back. You really anything they saying now is just a reiteration of what they said already, or some new shit that really you don't need to know to better your life. Because we already know, and if you do need to know, it's for newcomers who didn't. But I'm talking about the people who've been following them for years. Obviously, people who come onto the boat and the bandwagon, they're gonna obviously look at it and see. But I'm 2 weeks away from doing 4 months of Qigong. I memorized 2 of the sessions so I can do it anywhere, wherever. Exactly. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, that you memorize so you don't need anything, just do it whenever. But that's how I do it. I memorize a lot of different sessions. You don't have to do the session exactly how I do it. You can just like you know how I do some moves. Like I'll make a video about this so I can explain it because I don't want you guys thinking like you can mix some of the moves together. It doesn't have to be exactly how I do it. Like let's just say you like the lotus flower one, but at the end of the workout I did the cloud hands. You don't have to do cloud hands when I did the cloud. You can do lotus flower as long as you're doing um the right pose, posture, and the move. That's all that matters. In terms of the actual move, you can switch it around. It doesn't the only one I wouldn't switch around would be the fragrant qigong. That's the first one I did. And if you want to switch that around, you want to switch it at the end. So once we're done with the fragrance qigong, because fragrance qigong is a certain set that you do in a certain way. But at the end of it, we just do like the building up of the chi energy. You do like I think one energy cultivation exercise, then you can switch that one. But the beginning of fragrance qigong, that's the one where in the beginning I'm doing this, and then we're doing this, and we're not breathing really. We're just doing movements. That's fragrance. That one you want to follow that one to a T until you get to the end. The end is when you're bringing the chi to the lower energy space. That's the end of it. Then once you bring that in, then you right the hands to the heart chakra. Then you ground the energy. What the fuck is this? You ground the energy, and then we good. And then you do like the other ones, like the lotus, whatever you want to do, just to reinforce the energy. But that's good. You almost actually today, no, yesterday was my 5th month, December 3rd. Yeah, December 3rd was my 5th month. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck there was an ant in my fucking car. That shit kind of annoying. I don't like ant. I got some fucking spray, so I might just spray this bitch. Yeah, because I don't like seeing no fucking ants, man. When I see one ant, there's probably at least a lot more. That's why I don't fucking like them. But yeah, I'm probably about to end this live stream in a minute. I gotta go to this check cashing place, deposit this fucking AAA check. Because I fucking when I lost my key, I had to pay a locksmith to come out here, and then they gave me a reimbursement check. So I'm about to go deposit that shit. But I'm like, I'm done with this shit though. Like I'm not done, but I'm done just getting upset and thinking too deep about this stupid shit. Like I really don't even care. Like I'm gonna still keep doing my Qigong and my shit, but it just shows how most people really don't want information. They don't want knowledge. They just want to complain and bitch. Because in order to have a good life, you have to make sacrifices. There's no way around it, and people just don't seem to get that. But I never want to hear anybody come on my fucking. But unless it's one of these agent trolls, I don't give a fuck. But if anybody talk about, oh, stick to the knowledge, stick to the information. Don't get distracted. Did you actually apply my information and knowledge? Did you actually apply it? Like I'll see some YouTubers and content creators who are retarded. They don't know shit. They're dumb. Like literally dumb, retarded, stinking, funky brain content creators. They don't know shit. And then they'll be talking and teaching their non-knowledgeable shit to the people, and then people be like, "Oh, you're smart, you know shit." Well, he's not talking about anything. But let that content creator talk about something else. Watch those dumbasses in the audience. Get back to the knowledge. Get back to the knowledge. What knowledge, bitch? Him talking shit and fucking running his mouth and being satire. That's getting him more views than his weak ass knowledge. So this shows you that the audience is dumb, because I even go on dumb content creators platform that aren't speaking any knowledge, and when that content creator starts doing satire and talking shit, you have his audience saying, "Get back to the knowledge." Whereas he was never giving knowledge. If anything, he's giving more knowledge running his fucking mouth, talking like this. That's how I tell YouTube is fucking dumb. Like these people are stupid. Like even the people who say get back to the knowledge, most of those people don't even apply the knowledge. They just fucking saying what the fucking government Mason programmed them to say since they were in fucking education. Oh, every time we see something, we have to say something because I'm a program bot. I don't even know why I'm responding this way. I'm just responding because I feel like I need to. Fucking dumbass sheep. That's how motherfuckers are. Like I'm sweating. It's just crazy. That's what I'm doing. I don't take no one serious on this shit no more. Like, well, I don't say that. I don't want to say all that. I take there's people I do take serious on here, but and it's crazy, man. And like my tolerance is just very, very low. Like it's to a point where I can't fucking deal with anything. Like even when I see certain things that used to not offend me, I notice it's starting to like kind of annoy me now, but not like from a negative perspective, just from a perspective that I'm more aware. Like I'm more aware and I see the bullshit. Like it'll be something stupid like the holiday season. There's somebody like I was talking to and he mentioned something about Santa Claus and showing allegiance to like the holidays. Like, well, it's Christmas. And in my mind, I'm like, you piece of shit. Get the fuck away from me. I don't care if you're friends, if you're cool with me and everything. Unless you got some money to give me, a check to write me, or some resource to give me, bitch, get the fuck away from me. Because there's no reason that you need to talk to me right now. Like I went to, even like the other day, I went to Barnes and Noble, right? And I was sitting at it. This is this old ass, stupid ass nigger. I hate, like, he's a military now. I hate people in the military. The only person I fuck with in the military be Jay Vass, and he hates the fucking military. But I don't like people in the military. Like, you're a piece of shit if you join the fucking military. And it was a stupid ass nigga. And every time I see a black person who's in the military, I don't fuck with their spirit. It's always an argument. I always cuss them out, and we always get into it. Like if it's like a nigga, not like an older nigga. It's always OG old nigga, not OG. This nigga's a fucking. He's a YG mental, a young nigga in his mind. But this old ass young nigga, young mentally because he's a fucking retard. This was like months ago, and he was all like, "Oh, I was spraying the chair because I don't like just sitting down on the chair because these a lot of funky, dirty ass people." So I was spraying the chair on my Lysol, and this nigga talking to me like he knows me, like he's like, "Hey, mind you, I never spoke to this nigga before. I've seen him plenty of times." And he's seen me, but I've never spoke to him. I don't know him. This piece of shit's like, hey, stop spraying that fucking Lysol. It's too much spray. Like I'm his grandchild or I'm his son. Like, and I'm like, then the way he talked to me, like he expect like I'm his grandchild or some shit, or he's my dad. Like, don't just talk to me anyhow. And even my own fucking family don't even talk to me. They come at me more respectfully in some cases. They don't just come disrespect me. You don't know me. And I'm like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to, nigga? I ain't stopping shit. And I was spraying my shit. I was like, I ain't stopping shit, nigga. Take your ass somewhere else. And I'm not disrespectful. If he came nicely, I would have been like, okay. But he was just like, stop spraying that shit. It's messing up my nose. And I kept spraying it. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck away. If you know who the fuck you talking to, bitch ass nigga. Then I said that shit hella loud. Everybody's looking. He just walked away and went to the front. This is like probably like 5-6 months ago. Yes, or last, probably like a few days ago. It was like a few days ago because I remember Mercury retrograde just started. And I was like, this is Mercury retrograde because after the incident happened, I was like, this is that Mercury retrograde trying to fuck me up. I went down, sit down. All the spots were taken, so I had to sit next to this bitch ass nigga. This nigga acted like he owns a place. He didn't say nothing this time, but as soon as I sat down, this nigga just he slams his fucking like his book bag shut, and he just gets up and starts packing his shit. And like once he started doing that, I got my Lysol out. I started spraying that whole bitch. I wasn't looking at him and I wasn't doing it in his direction because I didn't want him to think like, oh, I'm doing it to him. But I was just pretending I was spraying. I was spraying that shit hella loud. He got hella mad. He just kept looking at me. I looked at that nigga. He didn't say shit. He knew because before he didn't know who the fuck I was. He looked at me because I look young. People look at me that I look young. And most young black kids nowadays are, not to be rude, but they're fucking stupid. They're very have a bug breaking mind. So they may think they smart and they in the hood, they tough, which they are tough. These niggas in the street, they'll kill you, but they're very dumb. Like if they see the typical white man in a white suit, they'll probably think he's somebody smart, or they'll subconsciously they look at him like, oh, I gotta straighten up. He's smarter than me. He has a degree. Like that's how most black young kids are subconsciously. So he probably thought I was some stupid dumb black kid because I look young and shit. But then once he come and he said that shit to me, I cussed his fucking stupid ass out. And then now this time when he didn't even say that because he knew what the fuck was. He knew how shit was gonna go. So he didn't say that. He just walked away. Bitch ass nigga. Like you don't even own the fucking spot. Like shit like that irritates the fuck out of me. Like nigga, you don't even own this shit. That's why I sprayed that shit hella loud. I'm actually glad I did it because I didn't want that nigga by me. And that place was so packed that like there was nowhere else to sit. That's why I sat there. So him leaving actually made it better because there was more space. And then somebody else sat there and it wasn't a bitch ass nigga like him. So, he's an angry old nigga. Next time I see him at the place, I'm gonna fucking take a picture and I'm gonna post his ugly old ass. He's an example of what you guys would end up if you don't do the spiritual work. Because every time I see this nigga, I always get the vibration and the energy of regret, anger. Like he has a lot of regret. He's an angry old man because he has a lot of regret. And he has a lot of regret because he didn't do things that he thought he had forever to do. Like a lot of you guys think that you're going to live forever. And when I say live forever, I don't mean live like to be forever. I mean like you guys think that, like let's just say you 29 right now, or you fucking 25 in your 20s. 90, when you get 90, that's going to come by hella fucking quick. It's going to come by hella quick if you even get to 90. Let's just say you get to fucking 80, 75, 80. That's going to come by hella fast, faster than you think. So this is why a lot of old people, they have a lot of regrets. Say, oh, I wish I would have did this, because why wouldn't you have all that time? Why didn't you do it? It's because they thought they had a lot of time, because time, it creeps up on you like in the way, and then we're in a new shit. So it's gotta, because life is really quick, because we live infinite lives and we're always in a body. So it's really quick. Even if you want to say 1,000,000 years, that's really not really that long, because like it's a long time, but it's not. And there's no really no such thing as long or short, really. So you really got to like always look at that perspective, because we have infinite lives and we've been here for eternity. So a life is really not that long. It goes on for eternity. So this nigga, he has a lot of regret in his fucking life, and he's angry. Because every time I see that nigga, he's always mad, always angry. All that nigga does is sit on his fucking lame ass and play chess all day in that fucking Barnes and Noble, in that cafe. Fucking stupid ass nigga. He's lucky I don't go and knock over his fucking chess pieces. But I'm not gonna be that disrespectful because he didn't do nothing. I don't just be disrespectful for no reason. The only reason I cussed his ass out because he just had an attitude. Like, don't talk to me like you know me. I don't think I don't fucking like. Because people think one thing I notice about these bots is familiarity gives most people the green light to think that they could disrespect you. So I've noticed this recently. Like, I may see somebody, and I don't even talk to nobody because I don't engage with most people because most people aren't interesting. So I just go and I may just say one thing because if I'm interacting, like I have to go pay for my shit at cash register, I just say like we have to like I've been like whatever, do a little tiny small talk, but I don't talk to nobody, right? But I know it's like if I go back to the place more than like I say 3-4 times, the person would just start having an attitude. And mind you, I don't say shit to motherfuckers. Like I don't say nothing because I don't. It's not that I don't want to start nothing with them. It's just they're fucking boring ass people. There's nothing they can offer me unless you're gonna give me a fucking free handout. There's nothing you can fucking give me or offer me. Shut the fuck up and get out my face. So that's why I don't speak to no one. But I go and then motherfuckers will come and then they'll try to initiate some friendliness to me, like, oh hey, how you doing, whatever, and I just be like whatever, and then I'll just whatever. And then the next day they have like an attitude for no reason. I'm like, I don't even fucking know you. I didn't say nothing to you. You just have an attitude. And I noticed it's because of that. And then from now on, like what I do from now on is I don't think like disrespectful, but I just have an aura like don't fuck with me. And I notice when I have that aura, nobody fucks with me. But you have to literally feel it. You can't just think, oh, I don't fuck with me. You have to literally feel it. Just like you feel like you hate the government. Like no one can tell you that you don't. You hate it. You have to feel that like you hate the government. Like you hate it. You see what I'm saying? You have to literally feel it, not just trick your mind. Oh, you see, when you really, then that's when they stop fucking with you. Because I noticed that even this even works with family, everything. Your mentality and how you're thinking is how people respond to you. So I noticed that as well. Like motherfuckers don't even say shit to me versus before. Because now when motherfuckers do small talk towards me, it's no, people don't really do small talk towards me now. I know it's probably like the last couple months, people are like leaving me alone, and I'm noticing that because of my mentality, and I think it's part of it has to do with my qigong and the energy I'm building. Because when I'm out in public, I'm more just in my own mind and I'm straightforward, and I know what I'm gonna do. The times where people were fucking with me, it's not that I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I was more like had an idle mind, a wandering mind. I would like kind of even though like even though I knew what I was gonna do, I would come off like I had a wandering mind. So then it's an energy because nothing what you're doing physically. It can play out that way because where the mind goes, the body goes. But it's like I had a wandering mind and motherfuckers picked up on that energy. So I noticed a lot of people come and talk to me about dumb shit, stupid shit, just oh let me borrow this, let me borrow that, let me get it right here. And shit, like nobody does that shit no more because they already know I don't fuck with them like that. Like there's this one dude like I talked to and shit, and he don't have no right or nothing, and like I was cool with. I said something to him, and then fucking over time, I just never said nothing to him, and I could tell like he had an attitude with me because a lot of people they feel like when you're their friend, you owe them. Like for example, back in high school, I used to have friends and shit, and motherfuckers would be like, oh, um, you should let us have some of your weed, or you should let us have lend us $1. And I'm like, why, nigga? It's like, oh, because you're our friend. You hang out with us and shit. And then back then I used to be like, all right, whatever. And I used to just probably like give him a little weed, little bunny and shit. Because I used to be like, well, I do hang out with him and shit. But nowadays I look at it like people try that shit on me recently. I'm like, they'd be like, oh, can you give us a ride? I was like, nah, I can't give you a ride. It's like, dude, you always have a car. You always do this. You just give us a ride and shit. You always like they didn't say like you're always cool with us, but pretty much that's what the energy was. Like you're always cool with us. You're always here. And then at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't even need to be out. First of all, I'm not. In my mind, I was like, I'm not cool with you, and I don't. If me giving you a ride means I have to, it's a green light for me to hang out with you. I would rather be alone and not hang out with you, and I would just end this so-called friendship over me just not wanting to give you a fucking ride 2 miles. I'll end it. I don't give a fuck because you ain't shit.
So don't sit there try to put that, because you're not important. That's one thing I hate, when these bots, they try to act like they important. Oh, if you don't do this, oh, you're friends with us, you hang out with us, you do this with us, you need to do this, then I don't want to hang out with you no more. That's why I'm not cool with most of these motherfuckers and shit. And it made me realize, because I didn't notice that, because I don't give a fuck about money, resources, and shit. But then the other day, like, the other motherfucker asked me for a ride. I gave him a ride, and then the other day he asked me for another ride, and I made up an excuse, and then I could kind of tell he had an attitude and shit. And then like, and then it dawned on me, like, I'm so glad I don't relate to people, because like I don't like to really just, because motherfuckers, they think most people don't got shit in life. So when you at least have something, which may not even be that much, but is a lot to the 99%, because they ain't got shit, then they're gonna think that you're like some rich millionaire and that you need to give them shit. But it's like, nigga, the only reason you think I got shit, because you ain't got nothing. 99% of people ain't got shit, so you don't even have to have shit really in life to even manipulate a lot of these bitches. That's why I like a lot of these, like, one of my niggas back in the day, like years ago, he was into pimping and shit, and then like niggas would be like, how the fuck does this guy get women to get into pimping and shit? And he must have game. Like, bitch, you don't need game. You just need fucking money. You don't even need that much money. You get like fucking 10, 15 racks, 20 racks, and then go to the track and meet some damaged bitches with no father and tell her I got money and I got put you on, work for me, and the bitch will work for you. So it's like, it's all like, people are just stupid. It's all about, most people that got shit in life, and they're ready to trade their soul for something, or fucking do all this dumb shit for something. But I'm at the end of this video in about a couple minutes, guys. I'm gonna do my Qigong. I might do my Qigong with you guys. I don't know. No, I'm gonna just end it. I'll do it again another day, because I want to keep this video just for me speaking, and then the Qigong for the Qigong. So when you guys come back, you can catch the workout. But yeah, I'll probably come back on a little later today. If not, then tomorrow. Yeah, right now I'm on day 3 of my fast, so I'll probably end in a couple of days, and then after I end it, I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna do it longer. The only reason I'm ending it is so I can do it long. Like, I'm trying to train my body to get to a higher day. So I'm probably ending in a couple of days, and then, because I noticed, like, when you first get back into fasting, it can get hard, but don't let the hardness and it being hard dissuade you, because the more you fast, the easier it's gonna get. Yeah, but I'm about to go. Yeah, I already read that. All right, then, guys, I'm about to be out, so I'll hit you guys up a little later, and peace.